All right, so I'm up here with two people who I can thankfully say that I've gotten to know a bit in the last few months, and that I hope to get to know more because these two folks, Samantha and Derek, are a part of our small group that meets on a weekly basis. And so they're going to be up here to share what God has been doing in their lives through the power of fellowship and what small groups really have meant to them over the last several months since they've gotten involved. So small groups here at Grace Church, we would consider the lifeblood of this church. The central small groups play a central role in in everything that we do here at Grace Church. So when I say small group, I mean it's not a small group is a group of folks getting together on a regular basis, most often during the week, but sometimes weekends in the evenings, and just doing life together. People getting together to talk about and to grow in their relationship with Christ, and also to minister to each other, to grow life friendships, where we can just walk out this life and the everyday realities with friends and brothers and sisters in Christ. So I guess let's just start out. Derek and Sam, if you guys could just share, how did you end up getting to Grace Church, and about how long ago was that?
Yeah, so we've been coming to Grace on and off for about 2 years now, and we were just kind of trying to find a church, for home. We reside in Farmington, so we used to belong to a Christian church out there. It was called, it's now called Summit Church, but it was called Living Word, and but so we came off and on, and then finally in June of last year we took the Discovering Grace class, and we met with Chris and gave our salvation. And I mean, just meeting in his office and doing that, I mean, that was touching, and I just want to thank Chris for that, for that opportunity that we had. And also my brother Ty Skamansky, he's my coworker, and one day, we were working and we're in the laboratory, and we're talking about work as well, but then we started talking about the Lord and God, and so he kind of I guess really touched my heart and brought me back into church as well. So from that day on, we pretty much made Grace our home church, and we started coming constantly. And we also got baptized in July as well, and Chris baptized us, and actually Reland was in there as well when we took that next step. So that's kind of how we pretty much came to Grace. So
Yeah. So if you guys didn't pick up on it, what Derek was saying was really one of you who brought them and his family to Grace Church. It was in the setting of work, where you were able to talk with Ty and actually get invited to church. And just wanted to say, like, that is church. Like, that is when you know that God is moving in people's lives. It's outside of Sunday mornings. So over this past summer, we were able to launch several new small groups, and you guys were approached about joining a small group. And if you could just talk about, did you guys have any hesitations or fears, or what did you think? What did you think about small groups, or what did you think you were getting into, or what were your thoughts on small groups when you first heard about them?
Well, I know that we were always interested in joining a small group, but I originally did have some hesitation when it came the time to, we're going to meet. We're going to meet for the first time in a couple of weeks. I felt for the first time I was going to be accountable for something. I was going to be put to the challenge of actually doing fellowship and being a part of a group and praying together and just being put up to a challenge. And it was kind of stepping out of my box. And but then I also remembered why I was kind of interested in the first place. I wanted to solidify. I wanted our family to solidify and be a part of that helping hand within a church, and to just push us. And I feel like it's been doing that for the past couple of months.
Awesome. So I think we launched about 4 new small groups over the past several months, and about 20 of you were able to say yes, that I want to be involved in a small group. And in total, I think that brings, there's about 100 of us right now who meet regularly in small groups, and that's pretty awesome to think about around our community. I guess if you guys could share, aside from what you were talking about of accountability in small groups and just really getting yourself rooted in this church family, what has been one of the biggest things maybe for you, Derek, on getting involved in a small group? Like, how is it different now that you guys are in a small group as opposed to when you were coming just on Sunday mornings, and if you can think of something that's been different now.
Well, what's good about a small group is, I was going back and forth of going back home, which is in Kirtland, and also worried about my parents and family back there, and just having a small group, gave me that reassurance that, we have family away, but we also have, a small group here that's also our family. And, that really helped me, feel, love. And, I don't know, just what's unique about our small group is, we're all parents. We all got little ones running around, and, right now this is pretty quiet for our small group. But, just, with that, and also, just meeting as well, as, brothers and sisters and parents as well. Just that little small group we have, it's also working through our kids, which is pretty neat. And, as young as our kids are, they even look forward to meeting. They're asking, are we going to so-and-so's house? What are we doing this week? So that's neat that it's working through us, through our hearts. God is working through us, and just good things are happening. I don't know. It's been great. Just with my family here and, with my kids. And I'm just very thankful, to be in a small group. So, I encourage you guys, that are not in a small group that, like my wife was saying, that, take that next step and get out of the box. Me, I love talking to people. So I was excited about it and everything. So So you better take this mic away from me, because I could be up there all morning.
All right, that's awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah, so before we got into the small group, though, it seemed like we were just kind of floating by. There was really kind of a disconnect with, okay, we can look forward to Sundays, but what else can get us through and being closer to God throughout the week? And by being able to do this on a weekly basis has been great,